Dear participant, welcome back. Session 17 will be on dashboards and stories. Now, I would like to request a resource person, Dr. Samir Rohadia, to take over the session. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, madam. So I hope that now everybody is ready for the, I think so today is the last session. Yeah, is the last session in this 6 days STTP. Yeah. Okay, so let us start. So what I would request all of you that you can save the last file that we have already worked on it, and then you can close it. We'll be creating another file. So you can just save and close. Yeah, and then we'll be going for the fresh session. Yeah, fresh file of Tableau. Okay, so everybody is ready. Yeah, shall we start? Because here in this this particular session, we are having two major topics, that is dashboards and stories. Yeah, so it will take some time. Yeah. So first of all, we'll be using the same data set that we used in our previous session, that is Global Superstore data set. So first of all, let us connect that data set to our Tableau. So Microsoft Excel, Global Superstore, and then connect. So here we are having the same thing. Yeah. Okay. Don't worry, madam. This is a fresh session. So yeah, already the data set has been shared in the WhatsApp group. So you can just download that data set, that is Global Superstore, and then we are starting from fresh, yeah, in this session. So as we have seen earlier that in this Global Superstore, we are having this three data set inside it, that is orders, people, and returns. Again, here also we'll be using only the orders data set. So I request all of you to drag this orders data set over here in the center area. Yeah, we'll be just using one table and not the other two tables, so orders only. So we have already seen this, say what are the different columns in orders. So now let us directly go over here in the sheet 1. Yeah, we are in the sheet 1. Now here, to create a dashboard, we would like to first of all create two different sheets. Yeah, and then we'll be using those two sheets to create our dashboard. Now let us start with the sheet 1. Yeah, so in sheet 1, first of all, what we'll be doing, that we'll be dragging the sales and putting it in the columns. Okay, we have dragged the sales and put it in the columns. Then we'll be dragging the profit and putting it in the rows. Okay, so in columns we are having sales, in rows we are having profit, and you can see that this is our scatter plot chart, and here we are having once I would say point, that is it is showing us the total profit and the total sales. Yeah, now here we'll be now providing more details over here. Yeah, so first of all, what we'll be doing, that we'll be dragging the category. Yeah, after creating this scatter plot chart, we'll be dragging the category and we'll be putting it in the details. Okay, what I've done, I have dragged the category and put it in the detail. So here now we are having three circles. So we are having the first one is technology, office supplies, and the furniture. So we know very well that there are three categories over here. So now we are having these three circles or bubbles also maybe, but this is not a bubble chart. So these are the three circles or category. Now we'll be putting one more thing, that is subcategory. Yeah, so we select the subcategory and we drag it to the details area. Okay, select the subcategory and drag it to the details area. So now we are having more circles. Yeah, so if we put any pointer over here in one of the circle, it shows us that, say for example, in my case, it is showing me category office supplies, subcategory is binders, profit is this much, sales is this much. Okay, so now we are having categories and subcategories. Yeah. Now let us make it more complex. So let us drag market. Yeah, we drag market and we put it in the details. Yeah. So now we are having more bubbles over here, more circles. Yeah. So it is showing us category, market, subcategory, profit, and sales. Yeah. We can also select segment. Yeah. In the dimension area, we are having the segment. So we can put it the segment in the details. So now it is still becoming more complex like this. Yeah. So this is the segment. Yeah. So what we have done, we have put category, subcategories, market, and segment over here in the details area. And we are getting these kind of scatter plot chart. Now what we'll be doing, that we'll be creating some filters. Yeah. So the first filter is category. So what we can do, we can drag the category and we can directly put it over here in the filters area. Okay, we drag the category and put it in the filters area. So then we get this dialog box. It's these are the three categories. And then if we want to have just one category, we can select one. But here in our case, we want all the three categories. So all the three are by default selected. We click apply and OK. Yeah. So category is there in the filter, but still we are not able to see the filter over here on the right hand side. So we know very well. We click on this category drop down arrow and then we say show filter. Yeah, show filter. So now on the right hand side we are having this category: furniture, office supplies, and technology. Yeah. Okay. So category we are having. Now what we'll be doing, that we'll be also putting this market in the filter. Yeah. So we are having the market. We put it in the filters area. Yeah. So here we are having these 5 markets, as we have seen earlier, that Africa, Asia Pacific, Euro, Latin America, and US, Canada. So we want all the markets. Click apply, OK. Yeah. But still we are not able to see that filter on the right hand side. So we go to this market filter, right click, click on the drop down arrow, and then we click show filter. Yeah. So now we are having the 2 filters, market and category. Yeah. If we want, we can put this filter over here below this this details area. Yeah, so that we can get a bigger space for this one, but okay, it is fine. Yeah. So this is our sheet 1. Okay, profit versus sales. Yeah. If you want to give some name, you can give it some name, but currently I'm just putting it as sheet 1 only. Now we'll be creating, I hope that everybody is with me, yeah, up till now. Yeah. So this is our sheet 1. Now we'll be going for the sheet 2. Okay, so we click on the another sheet, sheet 2. This is our sheet 2. Now in sheet 2, what we'll be creating? Yeah. So in sheet 2, first of all, we'll drag this sales and we'll put it in the columns. Yeah, we drag the sales and put it in the columns. And then we drag the category and we put it in the rows. Okay, we drag the category and we put it in the rows. So sales category. Yeah. Now we'll be taking one more field and we'll be putting in the rows. Yeah. Here we are just simply getting the 3 categories and what is the sales. But let us select this market. Yeah, the market field, and we put it in the rows. Okay, we take the market and we put it in the rows. Now, as you can see in this chart, we are having, first of all, it is showing us the category and then it is showing the market, because this is how we have placed these 2 capsules over here in the rows. Now, if you want to have the market first and then the categories, then definitely you know very well, we have to drag this capsule and we put it over here. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So you can do either or. So you can drag this market over here, or you can put this category and put it over here. So now we are having, first of all, the market and then the category. Yeah. So this, please ensure that you are having this thing. Okay. Now here, if we want to know that which category and the market is having the profit, yeah, is having how much profit, and we want to see in the form of colors. Yeah. So what we do, we drag this profit and we put it in the colors. Yeah, what I've done, I've dragged the profit and we have put it in the colors area. So now we are able to get these different shades of blue. Yeah, you can definitely change this color if you are not liking this color from here. I'll keep it this as it is. So now you can see over here that this technology, which is part of Asia Pacific, this is having the highest profit. Yeah, and then it is followed by the technology and Europe. Yeah, so and then this furniture and Africa, this is having the lowest profit. So this is our simple second chart, or our sheet 2. Now let us do one thing. Let us create one filter also over here. So what we do, we select the market and we put it in the filters. Okay, just select the market and put it in the filters. Here we want all the 5 markets. We click apply. Okay. Yeah, so in the filters area, you can see that we are having the market. Now still we are not able to see that filter. So we click on this drop down arrow and then we say show filter. So on the right hand side, now we are having the filter. Let me keep it over here, this filter and this sum of profit. Yeah, so that our bars are very good. So here we are having we are creating one filter only. Yeah, market. Okay. So now we have created these 2 sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2. Now we'll be creating a simple dashboard. Okay. So dashboard, if you can see below where we are having the sheet 1 and sheet 2, then this is the symbol, that is the metric sign. Yeah, that is the symbol of dashboard. And then after that, we are having the symbol of a story. Yeah. So we want to first of all create a dashboard and then the stories. So we click this button. Yeah, that is, it also shows me the title, that is new dashboard below. So that square sign. Yeah. So we click on it. So this is our dashboard. Yeah, a blank dashboard we are having. And here, dashboard. Now here, whenever we are creating dashboard, now what is dashboard? Dashboard is a place where in one place we are able to see many different charts. Okay, earlier we have already created sheet 1, sheet 2, but they are two separate sheets. Okay, now whenever we want to present our I would say our analysis to the top management, then definitely the top person will not go individually into each sheet and then he or she will get the information. Instead of that, you can create one dashboard where there are different charts, and from there you can get a lot of information, or you can also share information with your colleagues and your superiors. So that's why we are creating a dashboard. So in dashboard, whenever you are creating a dashboard, normally we create dashboard for the desktop. But if you want to see this dashboard in mobile, then definitely here you can see on the left hand side where it is written dashboard. So it is showing us default and phone. Yeah, so by default it is default. And if you want to go for the phone mode, then this is the phone mode. Yeah, so this is showing us the layout of that phone, normal phone. And then once we create, then here also we can create that say the dashboard for the phone, because definitely when you are seeing that dashboard in a phone layout, then it has to be a little bit different. Yeah, but let us, currently we are going with the default one. Yeah, and here also below you can have the device preview. If you click on the device preview, then here above we are having this default, then desktop, tablet, phone. Okay, now if you select desktop, then desktop also, here we are having different formats. Yeah, large desktop monitor, generic desktop monitor, iPad Pro, and much more. Okay, but I'm going for the, let us go for the default only, or yeah, whichever. I have taken the currently large desktop monitor. Okay, so whatever you want, you can select over here. Yeah, now below we are having the size. Okay, so if we click on the size, then here it says by default it is fixed size. But if I click on this drop down arrow, then we have fixed size, automatic, and range. Yeah, so normally I go for automatic because it takes the whole sheet. Yeah, so automatic. Then below we are having the sheet 1 and sheet 2. So whatever the number of sheets that we have prepared, yeah, those sheets will be shown over here. Because say how we'll be creating the dashboard, we'll be creating the dashboard from the sheets that we have already prepared. Yeah, so either here we have not given the name to the sheet 1 and sheet 2, so that's why it is showing us sheet 1 and sheet 2. But if we are giving some name, then definitely it will show here you the names also. Now below the sheet 1 and sheet 2, we are having the objects. Now this is very important for the dashboard. So here we are having horizontal, vertical, text, image, web page, blank, navigation, download, extension. And then after that, we are having these two sections, tiled and floating. Yeah, and then we are having the one checkbox that is show dashboard title. Now, first of all, I'll be focusing on these two words, that is tiled and floating. Yeah, tiled and floating. Now, first of all, we'll go with the tiled. Yeah, with the tiled, and then I'll be showing you the floating. So by default, whenever you are creating a dashboard, by default it is tiled. Yeah, if you want to go for floating, then you have to click this floating, but by default it is tiled. Now let us create a dashboard. Yeah, so you also do with me. So first of all, what we do, we select the sheet 1 and we drag it over here in the center area. Okay, just drag the sheet 1 and put it in the center area. So now our whole dashboard, it is covered with this sheet 1. Yeah, by default sheet 1. Okay, so I hope that that is clear. Yeah, this is sheet 1. Now we want to have the sheet 2 over here in the center area. So we select the sheet 2, and as soon as we bring our pointer over here in the center area, then we are able to see this gray area. Yeah, a gray area. So if this is showing us that whether we want to put the sheet 2 on the left hand side of sheet 1. If we put our pointer, if we take our pointer above, then it is showing us the top area. Yeah, so if you want to put the sheet 2 on the top, then we just release our button over here. Or we can also put the sheet 2 on the right hand side of the sheet 1. Or if I go below, then we can also put it in the bottom. Yeah, so here, if you have just pressed the mouse button, your left mouse button, and then if you drag your pointer, so either you can put it on the left, top, right hand side, or bottom area of the sheet 1. Yeah, I would like to put that sheet 2 in the bottom of the sheet 1. Yeah, so I am now putting my pointer over here, and then I'm releasing my button. So now sheet 2, it is below the sheet 1. Yeah, you can place it anywhere depending upon your interest also, or your liking. So now we are having sheet 1, sheet 2. Okay, now in tiled and floating, what is the difference between tiled and floating? In tiled, the position is fixed. Yeah, so if we can have 4 positions only for this, say, to keep the sheet. Either it can be on the left hand side, top side, right hand side, or bottom side. Okay, then later on I'll be coming with the floating. What do you mean by floating? Yeah, so now our 2 sheets are ready, and this is our simple dashboard containing 2 sheets. On the right hand side, you can see that we are having all the filters. Those filters have directly come from the sheet. Yeah, so if you remember that for the sheet 1, we were having 2 filters. First one is market filter and second one is category filter. And from the sheet 2, we are having just one filter only, that is market. Yeah, now let us play with these filters. So in the top market filter, the first market filter, by default all is selected. Now I just select Africa, say for example. Okay, then this is all it is showing us about the Africa. Yeah, then I can include Asia Pacific also, then Europe, then Latin America, and then if I finally select US Canada, then by default it is all is selected. So what you can see over here, that the first market filter, it is only affecting this sheet 1. Yeah, it is not affecting the sheet 2. If I go to the category filter, in category by default all is selected. Now instead of all, I can select furniture, say for example, then it is showing me everything about furniture, then office supplies, and then if I select technology, then everything is selected. Okay, so this category filter is also affecting only the sheet 1. Okay, that we all know very well, because these 2 filters have come up from this particular sheet 1. Yeah, in sheet 1 we are having already these 2 filters. So in dashboard also this is the thing. Okay, now this second filter, the market filter, the second market filter, by default all is selected. Now instead of all, if I just select Africa, then you can see in the sheet 2 we are having the market Africa and the categories are all. Yeah, here we have not taken the category filter. Yeah, we have just taken the market filter. We can also definitely take the market filter, the category filter over here. So then we'll be having 2 category filters and 2 market filters over here in the dashboard. So we have taken Africa. Then if I click on Asia Pacific, now it is showing me market and category, market Africa and Asia Pacific, then Europe, Latin America, and then if I select all, then it is showing me all. Okay. Now one thing, when you select all in this market filter, you can see the sheet 2, it is having this bar. Yeah, so we have to scroll down. Yeah, because the whole sheet is not coming in one view. Yeah, we have to scroll down like this. Now if you want to have the whole sheet and if you want to see the whole sheet together, then what you have to do, that already in my case this sheet 2 is selected. Now, if I go above, little bit above, here we are having this standard. Yeah, about this sheet 1, we are having this option of standard. If you click on that drop down arrow, then it says standard, fit width, fit height, and entire view. Yeah, you can also select fit height if you want to see this sheet 2 together, means whole sheet 2, but let us go for entire view only. Yeah, let us select this entire view from this area. Now you can see the sheet 2, it is total. Yeah, we are not having any scroll bar over here on the right hand side. Yeah, so this is how you can visualize the whole sheet together. Yeah, instead of doing this, instead of scrolling the things. So this is our sheet 1, this is our sheet 2. Okay, and as you have seen that the first market filter and the category filter, these are only affecting sheet 1, and then the second market filter, it is only affecting sheet 2. Now, whenever you are creating a dashboard and whenever you are having these kind of filters, now it does not make any sense to have 2 market filters, yeah, or maybe 2 category filters. I would like to have only 1 market filter and 1 category filter. Yeah, already we are having 1 category filter, that's fine. But instead of having 2 market filters, I would like to go for only 1 market filter. Yeah, so if I click anything over here, then it should affect both the sheet rather than 1 sheet. Yeah. Now, how to do this thing? Yeah, the question comes, how to do this thing? So here, let us focus on this first market filter. Yeah, let us focus on this first market filter. Now, if you click, first of all, you select this market filter. Yeah, so you are getting this border area. Now here, you are having X. That is, if you want to remove it from the dashboard, you can delete it. Then you can fix the height. Yeah, but below fix the height, we are having this drop down arrow. Yeah, that is known as more options. Yeah, so you click on that drop down arrow in the first market filter. Yeah, now as soon as you click on drop down arrow, then we get this this drop down list. So first of all, we are having edit filter, and then the second option we are having apply to worksheet. Yeah, apply to worksheet. Now as soon as you click on apply to worksheet, we are having this again, these 4 options. Yeah, only this worksheet. Yeah, that is by default currently, as you have seen that market filter, the first market filter is only applying to the effect is only in this particular worksheet only. Yeah, so by default it is only this worksheet. Now the first option over here, all using related data sources. So if we want that the first market filter should affect both these sheets, yeah, we may have, currently we are having only 2 sheets, but we may have 3 sheets, 4 sheets also, or 3 or 4 visualizations in one data, in one dashboard also. Then in that case, we'll be having only 1 market filter. Yeah, so here, if we want that effect of this market filter should be on both the sheet, then we have to select the first option over here, that is all using related data sources. Yeah, all using related data sources. So we click on this. Yeah, we select, again I'm showing you, I click on this more options in the first market filter, and then I go to apply to worksheet, and then I select the first one. Yeah, here also you have some option that is selected worksheet. So if you want to have this effect only on some sheets, yeah, say for example, if we are having 5 sheets over here in the dashboard, and we want to have the effect of this market filter on only 2 sheets, not all, yeah, then we can go for the selected worksheet. But in our case, we have to select the first one, that is all using related data source. Yeah, so that is done. Okay, now let us see the effect of this first market filter. Okay, so instead of all, if I'm now clicking Africa, yeah, now you can see that here it is showing only about Africa, and here also it is showing me the market Africa only. Okay, so this first market filter, it is affecting both the sheet now. Yeah, if I click on Asia Pacific, it is showing me both here also Asia Pacific, Asia and Africa. Then Europe, if I select the 3 options, then here also it is showing me the effect, and here also it is showing me accordingly the effect. So now this market filter is affecting both the sheet, sheet 1 and sheet 2. Okay, so I hope that that is clear. Yeah. Now once this is affecting these 2 sheet, so now we don't require this second market filter. Yeah, the second market filter, it is of no use. Yeah, so what we do, we just remove it from this sheet, from this dashboard. Okay, so now we are having only one market filter and one category filter. Yeah, so market filter, you are able to see clearly that now if I click Latin America also, then I'm able to see the effect on the sheet 2 as well as sheet 1. Okay, now we have connected this market filter to both the sheet, but still we have not connected the category to both the fields. Yeah, this is not, because this category, if you see, if I click on furniture, it is not affecting this sheet 2. Yeah, it is affecting only this sheet 1. If I click on office supplies, technology, yeah, so it is only affecting the sheet 1. So here also, if you want to connect the category filter to both the sheets, yeah, to both the sheets, then we can just, I'm coming back to you. So we can just click on more options. Yeah, we can click on more options, and then again we go to this apply to worksheet, and then we select the first option, that is all using related data sources. Yeah, just select the first option, all using related data sources. Now if we click on furniture category, yeah, so now you can see that it is showing me only the furniture. Okay, market, it is showing me all the 4 markets. Yeah, if I click on office supplies, then it is showing me only the category of furniture and office supplies. Okay, and if I click on technology, then it is showing me everything. Okay, so now it is very, very good that we are having a market filter and the category filter, and both are connected with these 2 sheets. Yeah, so we can have the effect of these filters on both the sheets. Yeah, and you know that how to do this thing. Okay, now there was some hand raising. Yeah, so maybe one of the madam, she had raised the hand. So if you are having any question, you can ask me now. Yeah, any doubt up till now? Okay, so this is our first dashboard. Okay, now still we are not done with this dashboard, so we'll create 1 or 2 more dashboard, yeah, to see the different types of dashboard that we can create. Yeah, so I hope that this dashboard is very, very clear. We have just we have created 2 sheets, and then we have dragged those 2 sheets over here, and then we have connected these 2 filters with both the sheets, and we can see the effect. Okay, now let us create second dashboard. So we again click on that symbol of dashboard, new dashboard. Yeah, this is dashboard, our second dashboard. Now here I would like to do it differently. Okay, now in second dashboard I'll show you the floating. What do you mean by floating dashboard? Yeah, or floating, yeah, how to use this floating concept. We have already seen the tiled one. Okay, so let us do one thing. Let us first of all drag the sheet 1 and keep it in the center. Okay, we drag the sheet 1. Now in the size, earlier in the size, we went for automatic. Yeah, so I went for automatic, so now it is bigger one. Yeah, so I just changed the automatic in the size. So this is our sheet 1. Okay, Now tiled, you know very well that if I drag this sheet 2, then I'm able to see this gray area. So I can either put it on the left hand side, top side, right hand side, or bottom side. Okay, this is what I can do in the tiled one. Now if I click on floating, yeah, let us select floating now. Click on floating. Now if I want to drag the sheet 2, yeah, now if you drag the sheet 2, you can see that now it is showing me a box. Yeah. So if I drag this sheet 2 and if I keep it over here, say for example, yeah. So now this sheet 2, it is over the sheet 1. Yeah. I can make it bigger also like this. Yeah. And I can drag this sheet 2 anywhere. Yeah. So this is what we mean by floating. Yeah. Sometimes we want that we do not want a fixed position for a particular sheet, yeah, or for a particular chart. So we want to make it floating. Yeah. So in that case, we can use this floating concept. Okay. I can make it bigger also like this. I can overlap on the sheet 1. I can make it smaller also. Yeah. So I can drag anywhere this particular sheet. Yeah, this is what we mean by the floating. Yeah, so sometimes it happens that your sheet 1 is very big. Yeah, so suppose it is covering the whole area. Now here we are having some space. Yeah, and we want to utilize that space with a small chart. Yeah, this is a bigger one, but let us say if we say for example, if we create some pie chart on this, one simple pie chart, then we can put that pie chart over here above the sheet 1. Yeah. So currently I can put this sheet 2 over here. Yeah, maybe I can make it a little bit smaller also like this. Yeah, though it is not looking good, but this just I'm giving you an example. Yeah, so this is what we mean by floating. Okay, so I hope that this is clear. Yeah. Now, another thing. Yeah, let me delete this sheet 1 and sheet 2 from this dashboard. Yeah. Now, I will show you this concept of horizontal and vertical. Yeah, in this objects area, if you see, we are having these two things, that is horizontal and vertical. Now, what do you mean by this thing? Okay. Now, to understand this thing, let us go back to the dashboard 1. Yeah, that we have already created. Now, here you can see dashboard, the sheet 1 and sheet 2. The position, the size of this sheet 1 and sheet 2, this will be fixed. Yeah, this is currently fixed. So sometimes it happens that currently if you see in the sheet 2, yeah, we are having lot of these bars. Yeah. Now, when we are selecting all the categories and all the market, then this sheet 2, this is looking a little bit clumsy. Yeah. So and then if I go for category only furniture, say for example, now it is looking very good. Yeah, we are having only furniture in the different 5 markets. Yeah, so now it is looking good. But as soon as I apply, if I select office supplies also, then it is becoming smaller. Yeah, and you can see that this, even if I am selecting only one furniture, yeah, category, the size of the sheet 2 and the size of the sheet 1, that remains stable. Yeah, that is constant. Yeah, so here in normal way, the size of sheet 1 and sheet 2, that remains fixed. Yeah, does not change. What I want that whenever I am having say less category and less market in the sheet 2, then the sheet 2 the size of the sheet 2 should reduce, and I should get more space for the sheet 1. Yeah, and when the size of the so when the categories, when I'm having all the categories and all the market in sheet 2, when everyone is selected, then the size of sheet 2 should increase. Yeah, and the size of sheet 1 should decrease. Yeah, but currently in this example, the size of both the sheets are permanent. Yeah, that is fixed. So to have this dynamic sizing of each and every sheet, we have this concept of horizontal and vertical over here. Yeah. So we can use any one currently over here, and the effect will be same for the other one also. So let us go for vertical. Yeah. So whenever you want to have the dynamic sizing of your sheets, of your different sheets in a dashboard, then first of all, what you have to do, you have to drag this vertical. Yeah, drag this vertical and put it over here. Yeah, sorry, I have taken floating. Let us go for the tiled one. Yeah, please select this tiled. Yeah. Okay, there is a question, maximum how many sheets can you in dashboard? See, there is no such limit which has been given by Tableau, but the thing is that if I put, say for example, 10 different sheets or 10 different charts in one dashboard, yeah, then the overall the size of each and every sheet will be very, very small, and then it does not make any sense to show it to your senior or to your colleagues, okay, because they should get some information out of it, and it has to be also properly visible. So try to, maybe normally there is no something like thumb rule, but approximately 4 to 5 sheets you may have it, okay. So, or 4 to 5 different visualizations, you may keep it on one particular dashboard, okay. So again, it depends upon what kind of so what kind of charts you are using it, and what is the size of each and every chart. Yeah. So you should always see that whenever I'm showing it to someone, to my colleagues, then they should be able to see it properly. Yeah. Whenever we are also creating some kind of presentation, PowerPoint slides, we always see that whether our audience will be able to see those points. Okay. Sometimes I've seen people that they are writing full text and in very small font size. So sometimes even the presenter is not able to see those points. Yeah. You leave about the audience, but the presenter is also not able to see those points. So that's why in presentation also, what we know, that we have to keep it little bit larger. The font size has to be large so that people are able to read it. So the same concept applies to the dashboard also. So the person who is going to see your visualization, he or she should be able to see it properly and get some information out of it. Yeah. So that is the thing. Yeah. Now, what we have to do, we have to use this vertical or horizontal. Okay, we can use any one. So, and please ensure that you have selected the tile. Yeah. Now let us select this vertical and we put it in the center area. Okay, what I've done, I have selected the vertical and put it in the center area. Okay, so this is ready. Yeah. So this is one kind of a container, you can see. Yeah, one kind of container. Now what I do, after putting this vertical over here, now I drag the sheet 1 in the center area. Okay, drag the sheet 1 in the center area. So now we are having sheet 1 over here. Okay. Now what we do, we drag the sheet 2. Yeah. Now you see the difference. Yeah. When in here, in this dashboard, yeah, when we went for the normal dashboard, when we drag the sheet 2, yeah, the sheet 2, sorry, currently I cannot do it, but when we drag the sheet 2, then we were able to place it either on the left hand side, top side, right hand side, or bottom side. But now if you go to this our vertical dashboard, now if I drag the sheet 2, yeah, now you can see that as soon as I drag it, you can see that there is a small patch over here. Yeah, on the left hand side, if you can see, there is a small patch. Then above also, sometimes it is becoming bigger or smaller, but here I'm able to get the smaller one also. Yeah, here also we can go for this any place. So let us keep in the bottom. Yeah, let us keep in the bottom, but ensure that you are having just a small strip of that gray area below. Yeah, even if it is bigger also, I think it doesn't make any problem. Yeah, so now we have kept this sheet 2 in the bottom of sheet 1. Okay, I think so. I have done. Let us do one thing, because the effect what you are able to see over here is not coming like that. So what I do, I have deleted the sheet 2. Now again I'm taking the sheet 2, and then when I'm coming to this center area, please ensure that if you want to keep it in the bottom, then in the bottom area there has to be a small strip of that gray area, not the bigger one, the small strip. Yeah, you can see in currently my screen, there is a small strip of gray area in the bottom. Yeah, where the sales is written. Yeah, if I want to take it in the on the right hand side, then this small strip has to be shown above also and below and on the left hand side. So I want to keep it in the bottom, so I ensure that there is a small strip of that gray area in the bottom. Yeah, and now I release my button. Okay, now you see the effect. Now see, currently you can see that the sheet 1, the area of sheet 1, this is smaller, and the area of sheet 2, this is bigger. Yeah, why? Because in sheet 2 we have selected all the market and all the category. Yeah, in sheet 1 also it is the same thing, but currently the size of the sheet 1 is smaller than the size of sheet 2. Yeah, now let us play with the filter. So if I click on the category, and if I select only furniture, yeah, market I've selected all, but furniture in category I've just selected the furniture. So now you see in that sheet 1, it is occupying more area compared to sheet 2, because in sheet 2 the bars are very less comparatively. Yeah, so here there is a dynamic sizing which is taking place. Now if you click on office supplies in the category, now you see that the sheet 2 has become the size of sheet 2 has increased, and the size of sheet 1 has decreased little bit. Yeah, now if you select all categories, then you can see that the size of sheet 2 is more than the size of sheet 1. Yeah, if you select market also, if you are just selecting Africa, say for example, then again you see that size of sheet 2 is very small compared to size of sheet 1. Yeah, likewise Asia Pacific, Europe, Latin America, if you increase your market, this number of markets, then the size of sheet 1 decreases and the size of sheet 2 increases. Okay, so this is how we can use this vertical. Yeah, now the same thing applies to horizontal also. Okay, currently this sizing is changing vertically, we can also go it for horizontal thing. It is the same concept. Okay, so I hope that this is clear. Yeah, using the vertical and horizontal. Now one important point. Okay, very important point. Currently we are in this dashboard 2. Yeah, we are in the dashboard 2. Now we have created these 2 sheets over here. We have put these 2 sheets in the dashboard 2. Now in the filter area, if I select only Africa market, yeah, and in the category I select only furniture. Okay, what I've done, in market I've selected Africa, and in category I've selected only furniture. Okay, so now this is my dashboard 2. Okay, now if I go to sheet 1, yeah, if we go to sheet 1, then here also it is showing me Africa, which has been selected, and in the category only the furniture is selected. Okay, so whatever we selected in dashboard 2, the same thing has been selected in sheet 1 also. Okay, let us see dashboard 1 also. In dashboard 1 also, again here, we are having Africa as the market and furniture as the category. So here also it is having the same selection. Yeah. Let us go to sheet 2. In sheet 2, here also only Africa is selected. Okay. Now, before I come to the conclusion that instead of Africa, now along with Africa, I also select Asia Pacific in this sheet 2. Yeah, I am currently in the sheet 2 and I have selected Africa and Asia Pacific. Okay. Now I go to dashboard 1. Now in dashboard 1, you can see that market. Now here also we are able to see 2 markets, Africa and Asia Pacific. If you go to dashboard 2, then also here both the markets are selected. So what does it mean? That whenever we are changing anything in the dashboard, yeah, then automatically the individual sheets are also getting changed. Yeah, so both the sheets and the dashboard are connected with each other, that we all know very well. So if we do any changes in the individual sheets, then definitely the dashboard changes. And if we do the changes in the dashboard, then accordingly the individual sheets will also change. Yeah, so there is a connection like this. Yeah, there is a two-way connection. So this you have to remember. Yeah? Whatever we do in the dashboard, the same thing gets reflected in the individual sheets. And whatever we do in the individual sheets, the same thing gets reflected in the dashboards. Yeah, means wherever these sheets have been used in different dashboard, there you will be seeing those effects. So this you have to remember. Yeah. Now here I will not be spending more time on the formatting, but definitely you can do a lot of formatting over here in this dashboard. Yeah. So say for example, if you want to here, first of all, like this, where we are having this tiled and floating. Yeah, these 2 words, tiled and floating, is there. Below there, we are having a checkbox that is show dashboard title. Yeah, on the left hand side bottom area. Yeah. So after the tiled and floating, we are having a checkbox that is show dashboard title. If you want to give a title to the whole dashboard, then you can tick mark this thing. Yeah, just tick mark. So by default, it is showing you dashboard 2. Yeah. If you want to give some name over here, yeah, then you can double click on this thing, and then now here you can give the name. Yeah. So maybe just an example. Okay, I'm not. We can say vertical dashboard. Okay, just a small example. So vertical dashboard, I make it bold. I give some color. Yeah. Apply and OK. Yeah. So now you can see that this is our main title of the dashboard, and then individually we can also give, if we are having the name for the each and every sheet, then here it will get highlighted. Yeah. So directly also from here we can give the name. Yeah. So sheet 1 is sales versus profit. Yeah. Okay. Sales versus profit. Now remember that here also that name has come up. Yeah, in the individual sheet, sales versus profit. Okay. Here also in dashboard 1 it has come up, sales versus profit. Yeah. So this is the effect. So so if you want to do the overall formatting of the dashboard, the overall formatting of your dashboard, then you can go in this on these tabs. We are having this dashboard tab. You click on dashboard tab, and then here we are having the format button. Yeah, so you click on format, and then on the left hand side you can do different kind of dashboard shading, dashboard title. Yeah, you can play with the title also. Currently it is left. I can make it in the center. This, so now it is this title has come up in the center. I can go for border also. Yeah, I can give some color. Yeah. Then worksheet titles, these are the worksheet titles. Then even if I place some text object, yeah, say for example here, if I want to write down my name, that prepared by Dr. Samir Wadia, then I can create one text box over here, and then I can do formatting of the text box also. Yeah. So maybe today we are not having that much time, so I'll not focus on this thing, but you can do this normal formatting. This is the formatting for the overall dashboard. And then individually, if you want to do the formatting for the sheet, yeah, in the dashboard, then you can select the sheet, yeah, and then you can right click somewhere over here in the sheet, and then here also we have this format, yeah, for that individual sheet I'm talking about. So you can click on this format, and then on the left hand side you can see that there are different format options you are having, yeah. So you can go for the individual sheet formatting as well as the dashboard formatting also. Okay, the normal dashboard formatting, you can get it from this tab, dashboard, on the top. Click on it and then you click on format. Okay. So this is all about the dashboard. Yeah. Any question up till now? Yeah. I know that now we are nearing to the conclusion of this STTP. Yes, you are having still the valedictory function and the photo session and all those things. But now in this whole STTP, now we'll be going for the last topic, that is known as stories. Yeah. So to create the stories, okay, thank you. So to create the stories now, where we are having these different buttons below. So we have already created dashboard 1, dashboard 2. Now the last button over here, you can see my pointer, that is known as stories. Yeah, if you want to create a new story, so you click on that last button. So this is your story page. Yeah. Now, why do we use this story? Okay. So normally, as we are using regularly the presentation, so whenever we want to showcase our work to our superiors and our colleagues, then we use the PowerPoint presentation. Now, definitely we can transfer all these visualizations to PowerPoint. Yeah. But rather than doing those things, yeah, normally in Tableau Public, what I understand that it is not so easy to say copy the visualization and then directly put it in the PowerPoint. Yeah, there are some steps which you have to do, but if you are having the normal Tableau Desktop Professional version, then definitely you can directly select the visualization and you can put it in the PowerPoint. But Tableau is also giving you an option that if you want to showcase your work to your colleagues and your superiors, then directly you can create some kind of a slides, yeah, over here. So that is the concept of a story. Yeah. So as we know that in PowerPoint, whenever we are showing something, then we try to narrate in a form of a story. Yeah. So this is the story page, the blank story page. And here also we have this on the left hand side, you can see that we are having this sheet 1, sheet 2, and then dashboard 1 and dashboard 2. This is what we have created. So whatever the things that we have created up till now, that is shown on the left hand side. Yeah. Above we have the new story point. Above we are having the new story point, that is blank and duplicate. Yeah. So currently here we are having, this is our first sheet, you can say. Yeah, first sheet or first page of your story. Now what we do, simply when we want to create a story, yeah, definitely we have to use the visualization. So in this blank space, yeah, here it is telling us drag a sheet here. So what we do, that first of all we drag the sheet 1, yeah, drag the sheet 1 and we put it over here in this blank space. Okay, what I've done, I've dragged the sheet 1 and I've put it over here in this blank space. Yeah. So this is my story page 1. Yeah. Here, if I want to give some name, yeah, in this gray area, this gray box, I can give some name. let us give the same name, that is sales versus profit. Yeah. So this is sales versus profit. Yeah. This is first story page. Now, if we want to have the second story page, yeah, then here where we are having on the left hand side this new story point, there we click blank. Yeah, we click this button blank. Yeah, so as soon as we click the button blank, now in the center area you can see that now our second page has been created. Any questions? How we can present moving charts into PowerPoint? Okay, moving charts means what? Like means whatever the normal chart that we have created, no? That is what you are talking about. I think so. So as I said earlier, that when you are using the Tableau public, then definitely you have to go to the Tableau. Yeah, so whatever the charts that you are using it, if you want to paste it into the PowerPoint, then if you are using Tableau public, then there are some steps which are involved. Yeah, so maybe later on I can share you some of 1 or 2 videos where it is explaining you how to do this thing. Yeah, just now if I'll explain it, it will take more time. And if you are using this Tableau Professional, this desktop professional, then it is directly, I think so, you can select it and you can paste it over there. Yeah, but remember that if you are using some kind of filters and those things, then you will not be able to see the effect of those filters. Yeah, it will be just one static chart or static say, yeah, the static chart, and then you cannot play with it. Yeah, that is my point. So that's why in that case it is better to use these stories features of Tableau. That is what I can say, because in Tableau stories we can definitely play with the filters. Yeah, so that is how you can do it. Yeah, yeah. So I'll definitely share that link with the coordinator, and then they can share it in your WhatsApp group also, that video link. Okay. Yeah, so now this is our blank page, the second blank page. So what we do, we put the sheet 2 over here. We drag the sheet 2 in this second blank page. Yeah, so this is our sheet 2, and let us give the name, that is market, and yeah, here we can give a long name also, market and category wise sales, say for example. Okay, so market and category wise sales. Yeah, thank you. So this is our sheet 2. Yeah, now let us create 2 more where we want to put this dashboard 1 and dashboard 2 also. So we again click on this blank button. Yeah, in this new story point we click on the blank button. So now we are having this third page of our story. Now what we do, we drag the dashboard 1 over here. Yeah, this is our dashboard 1. If we want to give the title, we can give any title, but let me keep it very straightforward, dashboard 1, say for example, in this title over here. So this is dashboard 1, and it is showing me all these things. Now I want to create the fourth page and the last page of my story, that is dashboard 2. So I click on blank over here, and then now I drag the dashboard 2 over here. Yeah, and here we write down the title, maybe very simple, dashboard 2, say for example. Yeah, so we have created these 4 pages of our story. Yeah, now whenever we want to present it to our people, yeah, then here we have this presentation mode. Yeah, you can see my button. say my pointer, that is here we are having this presentation mode. So if we click on that presentation mode, then this is just like our making it full size. Yeah. So now if I want to start my presentation with sales versus profit, I can click on it and then I can explain everything. Even I can write somewhere over here some kind of major points also. Yeah. With the help of the text box, I can put some points also over here. Yeah. And then I can start my story by showing that, okay, what is this all about? Then I can go to the next page, that is market versus category sales. Now here, what I was telling you, that the advantage of using these stories is that you can play with these filters. Yeah. So as soon as you select all these things, then this will show you everything. Yeah. So you can play with this filter also. Yeah. Then we go to dashboard 1. Then here also we can click Europe and Latin America, and accordingly this will show you those things. Yeah. We can click on office supplies also. So this is your dashboard 1, and then I go to dashboard 2. Yeah, this is also similar only. Yeah, so this is how we can play with this stories. Yeah, yeah. Now let us, if you want to go back to the normal thing, then you can press escape. Yeah, if you want to come out of the presentation mode, then you can press escape button, like what we do normally in presentation also. Now one important point, there is a difference between the stories and dashboard. One of the major point is that in dashboard, what I showed you, yeah, what I showed you, that whatever you do some changes in this filter on the dashboard, accordingly you will find the same changes in your individual sheet. And if you do if you do any changes in your individual sheets, then accordingly the dashboard will also get affected. Okay, those changes will also be seen in the dashboard. So dashboard and the individual sheets, they are connected with each other. Yeah. So anything, wherever you do any changes, it will change the other things. Now the same thing does not apply to stories. Okay. Now let me show you one thing. Okay. Let's say, for example, in dashboard 2. Yeah, currently I'm in the dashboard 2, and here in market I have selected Africa and Asia Pacific. Okay. Now let me select Europe also. Yeah, just an example. So in market I have selected Africa, Asia Pacific and Europe, and in category I have selected furniture and also, say for example, office supplies. Yeah, so I've selected 2 categories and 3 markets in the dashboard 2. Now if I go to story 1, yeah, story 1, and if I go to just hold on. Yeah, so story, let me check it over here also, dashboard 1. Yeah, dashboard 1 also, it is showing me the same thing, that is Africa, Asia Pacific, Europe, and category we are having furniture and office supplies. That is fine. In sheet 2 also it is showing me the 3 markets, and in sheet 1 it is showing me 3 markets and the 2 categories. Now if I go to story, okay, story, now here important thing, now here, say for example, if we are in the story in dashboard 1, here it is showing me the 3 categories and the 3 markets and the 2 categories. Now if I change in the story point, now this is important, if I change anything in the story, so instead of now 3 markets, I remove the Europe market from the story. Yeah, from the dashboard 1 story. So now I've selected only Africa and Asia Pacific in my story, and in my category I have selected 2 things. Yeah. Now if I go to dashboard 1, the individual dashboard 1, Here, it is still showing me Europe. Yeah, it is showing me Africa, Asia Pacific, and Europe. And furniture and office supplies, it is showing me over here. Yeah. So what it means that whenever you do any changes in the dashboard, yeah, then that effect will be highlighted in the story. But if you do any changes in the story, then that will not get highlighted in your dashboard or your individual sheet. Yeah. So in stories, there is only one way. From dashboard to you can see the changes in the stories. But if you do any changes in the stories, then you will not see the effect in the dashboard. So this is a important point. Yeah. In the dashboard and individual sheets, you know very well that if you do any changes in the individual sheets, then the dashboard changes. And if you do any changes in the dashboard, then the individual sheet changes. So there it is two-way. But here between the dashboard, say for example, from the sheets and the stories, or dashboard and the stories, it is one way only. Yeah. So if you do any changes in the stories, it does not get reflected in your dashboard or your individual sheets. Yeah. So that you have to remember. I hope that there is no. Okay. Yeah. So we are now nearing to our end of our session. So this is how we can create those very, very simple stories. Now, if we want to do a little bit of formatting, yeah, for the stories, then above where we are having these different tabs, we are also having one tab of story. Yeah. So if you click on story tab above, and then here we also have the option of format. We click on format. Yeah. Now here on the left hand side, you can see that we are having those different options. So first of all, it is starting with shading. So if I click on the shading, if I go for some shading like this, yeah, that is the background shading, you can see. Yeah. So I've done some kind of shading. Then title. Yeah. So title, if you let us select the things. I think so. We have not given the title over here. Story. Okay, now here is the title. Yes, sorry. Here is the title. So title, we can give any title. Yeah. Say for example, analysis of global superstore. Yeah. This we can give the title like here, and then we can do a lot of formatting with the title. Then the next one is navigator. Navigator is this one. These are the navigators. Yeah. So we can change the font size, we can change the color, yeah, make it bigger. Yeah. So we can play with this thing, we can do some shading also, yeah, if it is required. Yeah. So this is about navigator, and then we have the text box. So if we put some kind of text box over here, then we can also do the formatting of the text box. Yeah. Now the last point over here in the stories. Yeah. Now, say for example, we are in this dashboard one. Yeah. And currently Africa, Asia Pacific, and Europe, these are selected in the market. Now, if I click Latin America, yeah, if I click Latin America, as soon as I click Latin America, you can see that above this dashboard one, we are having these four symbols. Yeah, above this dashboard one. So the first one is delete. So if you want to delete this particular story page, you can delete it. The second one is, it is known as revert. Revert means it will currently initially, if you know that we have selected these three markets were selected, and then we selected Latin America. But if we don't want to have this Latin America, yeah, if we don't want to have this Latin America, then I can go for this revert. I can go back to the earlier one. Yeah. Then the next one is, the third button is known as update. So now if I click on update, yeah, now it cannot go to revert. Yeah. Now if I do any changes, then only it can go to again come back to the revert. Yeah. Now the fourth option, yeah, that is known as save as new. Now what does this mean? That, say for example, initially I had selected 3 markets. Now I have selected all, say for example, yeah, I have selected all the market. And now if I click on this save as new, yeah, if I click on it, then it will create one more story page and it will highlight only those things. Yeah. If I go to dashboard 1, in dashboard 1, it is still showing me 4 markets, not all the markets. Yeah. So it has, sometimes if you want to show the effect of, say for example, individual markets. So in one story page, you should, you want to show only the effect of Africa market. In second story page, you want to see the effect of only Asia Pacific. Yeah. So if you want to create these kind of different sheets in your story page, then you can use this button. Yeah. Currently it is not selected, but if I change something over here, like now if I select Africa only in this new page, then I can create one more page showing only the effect of Africa. Yeah. So this is what we mean by these symbols. Yeah. So this is cancel, this is or delete, then this is revert, this is update, and this is save as new. Yeah. So I hope that I have mostly cleared everything. Yeah. So this is all from my side. Now, if you are having any questions, you can definitely ask me. Yeah, this is all about dashboard and stories. Yeah. So try to do maximum practice of it. Yeah. And Tableau is also, I would say, a very great tool. And definitely, I would say that sometimes people feel that in terms of popularity, Tableau is much more popular compared to Power BI. But yeah, as I said earlier, that Power BI is the market leader, and then comes the Tableau. But normally, people are, some companies are using both. Like earlier, I was working in Continental company, so there we were using 4 tools. Yeah, I don't know whether I shared it with you or not. So that's why it depends. Yeah. Upon the liking also, and sometimes if some people are using Tableau, and then if I join that department, and then I'll be also using the Tableau only, okay, by default. So both the tools are very good, so it requires a lot of practice. And definitely I also recommend that please try to teach this tool to your students also, because nowadays if you just write down that students write down that I know I have the knowledge of MS Office, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So now these tools are very, very important. And now most of the companies, they are using these tools in India and abroad. So students should know these tools. Yeah. So either you can arrange some kind of workshop, or yourself, now you've seen this tool, so you can also teach your students. Yeah. So any questions? Yeah. Great. So thank you very much. And thanks to all the participants for patiently listening to me for this total 3 sessions, and best wishes for your future. And then let us get connected. I am available on Facebook. I am available on LinkedIn also. If you require any of support from my side related to arranging workshop or anything, you can definitely contact me. And special thanks goes to IFET College of Engineering. And I got connected with IFET through the faculty member, Professor Dr. Anand Kumar. And yeah, thanks, special thanks to Anand Kumar and the whole team of IFET for very well organizing this 3 different slots of STTP. Yeah, this is a very commendable job. And you have done a great thing. And definitely almost, I think so, I can say that around 200-300 people have taken benefit of it. Yeah. So thank you once again, all of you.
I may like to express our sincere thanks to Dr. Samir Rohadia for giving an outstanding coverage about dashboard and stories. It was a wonderful presentation. Through this presentation, we learned about how to work with dashboard and stories in Tableau. Thank you, sir, for sharing your proficiency.
Thank you very much, madam. And please convey my regards to all your faculty members, and thank you all participants. And yeah, let us hope to see all of you again in another workshop maybe. Yeah. So thank you
Sure,
very
sir.
much. And yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Bye, sir.
thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.